Welcome back to the Brick Breakdown. I am Matt Brick, your host. Today is Wednesday, July 19th, 2023. We're going to have a top 10 list today, and we're going to be talking about some injuries in the NFL. Not current injuries, but probability of a player getting hurt and all about that good stuff. But first, let's get right into the news. First up, most important, 50 days until the NFL kickoff. I believe it's the Chiefs versus Lions on that Thursday night game. So it's very exciting. Only 50 more days until we get some professional regular season NFL football. Very exciting. Big news, DeAndre Hopkins officially signed a 2-year deal with the Tennessee Titans. I remember days before it happened, the odds shifted into the Titans' favor, and I think days after he signed with the Titans. So it makes sense. They now have a wide receiver 1 in Tennessee, and it's a little interesting because there are reports that Malik Willis is currently outperforming Will Levis in, practice and all that. And but now DeAndre Hopkins has a new team and is back going to be playing the Texans twice a year. So that'll be interesting to watch. Joe Mixon reconstructed his contract with the Bengals. This is good for him because now he has the opportunity to play for the team for another 2 years. People have been waiting for this move for Mixon. So now he's with the Bengals. So there you go. Now we know. Alvin Kamara pleaded no contest to a misdemeanor charge. He reached a private settlement on the matter. We're still waiting on a suspension for Alvin Kamara. People are saying 2 to 4 weeks, which sounds about right. I will update you with that news when it comes. What was that? Sunday? No, it was Monday. Monday at 4 p.m. was the franchise tag deadline for teams to extend players that they franchise tagged. And what the hot topic is in the NFL is the current running back market, because 2 important players in the NFL, Saquon Barkley and Josh Jacobs, did not get extensions. They were franchise tagged. However, they have not yet signed their franchise tag. They are what we're now calling holding in as of right now. They will not be going to camp. But this is really interesting because they're going to get fined for not being at camp. It's a lot of money you're going to lose. And I don't know if it's worth missing out on camp. I think being at camp and is just important. It keeps you ahead of the game, I guess is the best way to explain it. And purposely not going to camp because you're unsatisfied with your compensation, I understand that. However, there's completely 2 sides to this whole situation. Yes, running backs are important to this game, and Saquon Barkley and Josh Jacobs do deserve the bag, in my opinion, because they're one of the best in the league. However, the market dictates that running backs aren't being paid, basically. And why is that? Because they get hurt. Saquon has gotten hurt, and so has Josh Jacobs. So running backs currently aren't the best bet right now, and it's obvious that you can franchise tag them. You can have them go on for if you go and draft a running back, you can just have them on the team for the 4 years and then just let them go, get another one. Like, that's just kind of how it works. So I guess we'll see how this pans out. I mean, I don't think it's I really don't know. But I don't think sitting out might be the best, smartest move for them because I think they'll just lose money. That's how I feel about it. I do think they deserve it. It's just that Saquon tweeted, "It is what it is." It kind of is what it is, It is what it is. So since it is what it is, sign your franchise tag and go get paid next year. I don't know. Speaking of the franchise tag, one player did get an extension. That was Evan Ingram. He got a 3-year extension with the Jags. I know Tony Pollard did sign his franchise tag, so he is done. Like, he's with the Cowboys this year for sure. But yeah, that was a whole thing. Mark Ingram is joining Fox Sports as a college football analyst. Congrats to Mark. That's pretty cool. Big truz from Mark Ingram. Finally, the New York Jets are officially going to be on Hard Knocks this season. I heard it's going to be a little different because the Jets said that they didn't feel that it was right to be showing players get cut, which I think is correct. Like, I kind of think that's messed up to see that. I remember watching when the Texans were on it years ago. Bill O'Brien was just calling guys, "Yep, we're cutting you, see you." And it's just like, oh, it's horrible. But that's just how the business is. But it's not humane, I guess. All right, let's get right into the show with football injuries. I'm really pertaining this to fantasy football. Each year, when you are drafting your fantasy football team, there is a risk involved in drafting every single player. Why is that? Because, unfortunately, we don't live in a perfect world. Not every single player is made out of, vibranium or has, the Weapon X healing ability. But players get hurt. Simple as that. And this website that I found predicts the probability of each a good amount of players with their injury history and what are their odds of getting hurt. And I personally take this into account into my fantasy football because I want to invest in players who are most likely not going to get hurt because I think they are a good investment. However, you can argue that guys always get hurt, blah blah blah, but it's still something good to look at because they know more than I do. So I'm going to share my screen right here. Okay, so we have running backs here. I mean, as you can tell, hold on one sec. I'm going to take this off. There we go. Okay. So we have Christian McCaffrey at 79.8%. That's pretty high. Joe Mixon at 81.6%, very high risk. 8 prior different career injuries. Even Austin Eckler with 10, 76.9%, very high risk. Saquon's a high risk at 65.2%. There's some players I wanted to highlight. Let's see if I can find him. Javonte Williams. So Javonte Williams, he tore his ACL last year. He currently has a 63.7% chance of getting hurt. See, probability of injury in the season. Where did he go? Oh, here he is. Okay, so 63.7%. What we can do here is, and he's a high risk, is we can go into Javonte Williams and we can check the injury history. and look and list everything he's had in his football career. This goes, I think they even do like high school. Okay, so he tore his LCL and ACL last year, and he also pulled his MCL. So that's his 3 injuries. Oh, that was in 2019, and that was non-NFL. I don't even know. I guess it looks like it was in college. So there you go. There's the history for Javonte Williams. That is an important thing. Who else? Oh, J.K. Dobbins. This one's surprisingly low, 35.5, but he's only had 3 injuries. Let's check out what he's had. It's just unfortunate because I feel like he's missed a good amount of games. Okay, so he tore his ACL in 2021, 2 years ago. 2019, this was in college in the first half of the Fiesta Bowl against Clemson. Okay, pedal ankle high sprain grade 3. Doesn't sound great. I don't know what that means. Leg fibula, fractured his fibula and had surgery in 2016. Wow. And he's a low risk. He only has a 2.5% chance of injury per game, which is, I mean, sounds good to me. Who else was I thinking of? Oh, Breece Hall. Is that him right here? Breece Hall. 2 injuries, high risk, 65.3%. Two career injuries. Let's check them out. Okay, so he tore his. See, that's the double take there. Last year he tore his ACL and his meniscus, which is probably horrible. It's horrible. It's the rehab to just fix that. His knee just horrible. And I can totally understand the 65.3% because of those injuries. Who else? Ooh, Dameon Pierce. Where's he at? Because I know he got hurt last year. I wanted to talk about him. Maybe I can just search him. Here he is, Dameon Pierce. 2 injuries, high risk at 71.4%. What did he do? Okay. So in 2019, he had a head injury during the Auburn game. He missed the next game. Okay. So I guess it wasn't that bad if he only missed a game or two, game and a half. And then last year, okay, he had a pedal ankle high sprain grade 3, went down in the 4th quarter, and then it was placed on IR. Yeah, people can steer away from Pierce with that high injury risk. I can totally understand that. I guess we'll see. They now have Devin Singletary there. So, yeah. Who else was I thinking of? Oh, Dalvin Cook, who is a free agent. I don't know if he's on here. Dalvin Cook, look at this. This is horrible. 13 career injuries, a very high risk of 86.2%. Ugh. Let's see what he's done. He's probably just been obliterated. Okay. Oh, this is a long list. Highly recommend you watching this episode on YouTube because you get to see on the screen here how many injuries Dalvin Cook has had and different players. Okay, so last injury was he dislocated his shoulder. Then in 2021, he had a number of 4 injuries. Shoulder labrum tear. And then he also this isn't funny. I'm sorry. It's just so many injuries. He dislocated his shoulder again. In 2021, pedal ankle sprain, pull, unspecified grade 1, missed week 5. Another same thing, week 2, 2020 inguinal, I think that's how you say it, groin strain, grade 2, 2020, 2019 shoulder AC joint sprain, 2018 thigh hamstring strain grade 2, thigh hamstring sprain pull unspecified grade 1. That was in 2018. 2016 shoulder labrum tear. 2014 shoulder labrum tear. This guy just doesn't have a shoulder anymore. Oh my gosh. Any shoulders. And then in college, those were in college. The 2 shoulder labrum tears. 2015 another pedal ankle sprain pull unspecified grade 1, and then tore his ACL in. Wait, what? How does that make sense? They just listed that incorrectly. So in 2017, before in the NFL, he tore his ACL. Poor Dalvin Cook. I wish him the best. What is his 86.2%? Yeah, like he's probably going to miss a couple games. Let's see what it probably does say. How many? Like they even project the games missed. So let's see what Dalvin Cook has. Projected 2.2 games missed. So we'll miss maybe 2 games. That's what they're saying. All right, was that the running backs? J.K. Dobbins. Yep, that's all the ones I really wanted to look at. We get to look at DeAndre Swift, 66.7%. I can't believe. I wonder why Isaiah Pacheco is so high. He's 94.1%. He only has 3 injuries. Unless he tore his ACL or something. Let's see. Okay, so pedal foot, 2019. That was in college. Hand, finger fracture, shoulder labrum tear. Those were the 2. But I wonder why. Well, Isaiah Pacheco, high injury risk. Is that the highest? That might be the highest. That's like crazy high. 90. Oh, James Conner is 90.2, 13 injuries. 94.1. 90.3 Chase Edmonds. 91 Darrell Henderson. But I mean, we can look at some guys that are low risk or very low risk. Let's see. Okay, obviously Trevion Williams pretty good. Keyshawn Vaughn, medium risk. Gus Edwards, that makes sense. Kenny Gainwell, very low risk, 19.8%. Wow, that's kind of surprising. Kareem Hunt, 32.3%, only 6 injuries, low risk. But then look at Leonard Fournette, 90.6%, with 12 injuries, very high risk. Rashad Penny, 90%, 8 injuries. Jamal Williams, 89%, 10 injuries. Raheem Mostert, 78.5%, very high risk, 12 injuries. Khalil Herbert, 89.2% with only 3 injuries. I wonder what happened there. Damian Harris, 90.2%, 11 injuries. James Cook. So look at this. Wait, Damian Harris. So they're saying Damian Harris might just miss 3 games, 3.4, and then James Cook, low risk, 31.9. That's crazy. Travis Etienne. Joe Mixon, 81.6. I might have said that already. 74. Christian McCaffrey, 79.8. Still not great. All right, let's look at wide receivers. Who did I want to talk about? Man, Justin Jefferson's at 36.6%. That's ridiculous. That man does not get hurt. Love it. Only 4 injuries. I wanted to talk about Tim Patrick, but he's not on here. DeAndre Hopkins. Here he is at 72.1%. 15 career injuries. Let's break it down. Let's look at what he's had. Okay. 2022. Knee strain grade 1. 2021, knee MCL tear, grade 3. Thigh hamstring strain, grade 2. Thigh hamstring. Oh, I guess it just upgraded from grade 1 to grade 2. Chest rib sprain, pull unspecified, back lower lumbar sprain pull unspecified grade 1, cervical, I want to say that's right, neck, 2020, pedal ankle sprain, leg calf pull, shoulder AC joint sprain. This is all NFL too. He didn't get hurt in college. Hand, wrist, ligament tear, concussion grade 1, concussion grade 1. That's a lot of injuries, and everyone's fading Treylon Burks right now, so I think now's the time to go draft Treylon Burks. Doesn't look like DeAndre Hopkins. 7.2% per entry per game, 72.1% misses. Wow. 3.4 games expected or projected. Who else was it? Oh, Deebo Samuel. Where are you, sir? 93.9%. That's horrible. 15 injuries. Very high risk for Deebo Samuel. Okay, he has had knee MCL sprain, pedal ankle sprain grade 2, thigh hamstring sprain, knee strain grade 1, groin strain grade 2, leg shin bruise. Did I just say bruise? Bruise. Leg calf strain, thigh glute strain, thigh hamstring strain grade 2. That sounds weird. Pedal foot fracture, fibula fracture. He's been through it. 93.9%. Oh, I'm staying away from Deebo Samuel in fantasy football. That's a high risk. Wonder if he's the highest. 91. Tyreek Hill's a 91.3% risk. I can't believe. I mean, I can understand 93, but that's crazy. Chris Godwin 91.6. Kadarius Toney 84.5. Totally makes sense because he never plays and he's gotten hurt 12 times. That's crazy. Wonder how many times the NFL. 92.9. Rondell Moore. Nico Collins 92.3. Devontae Parker 92.5. That makes sense. 19 career injuries. 91.5 career. Corey Davis. Good old Allen Robinson 87.8%. Sammy Watkins. Wow. Kenny Galladay 95%. Okay, hold on. Who was I? I wanted to look at Kadarius Toney. Was it Kadarius Toney I wanted to look at? Nico Collins, Rondell Moore. I think it was. I'm going to look at Kadarius Toney real quick. Okay. Yeah, this is because I wanted to see how much was non-NFL. 3 injuries in college. Shoulder. And then in the NFL, 2021, hamstring strain grade 2, pedal ankle sprain pull unspecified grade 1, leg quad strain, abdomen muscle strain grade 2, shoulder, knee tear. Knee tear. That sounds horrible. Thigh hamstring strain, pull grade 1 and 2. Were those separate? Oh, yep. That's horrible. 84.5% chance. That's not good. Tyreek Hill, 91.3. But let's look at some guys that are medium and low risk. Garrett Wilson, low risk. AJ Brown, medium risk. Garrett Wilson is 38.4, AJ Brown 55.9, Jalen Waddle 30.8, DK Metcalf 33.9, Keenan Allen 31.9. Amari Cooper 32.6, but he's had 15 injuries. Gabe Davis 30.2. Alan Lazard, 35.4. Odell, 53% low risk, and he has had 17 career injuries. That's crazy. No. Michael Gallup, no. Remy Dobbs. Anyone worth talking about? Let's see. All right, well, those are the wide receivers. Let's look at quarterbacks. There is one quarterback I really want to see because I'm very curious on what the number is. But, oh my God. That just broke my heart. Hold on. I want to see if anyone's higher. Tyrod Taylor. That makes, I guess it kind of makes sense. They did puncture it along. All right. Wow. That's nuts. Josh Allen, very low risk at 12.5%. That's pretty good. Okay. Yeah, I have to do this. Tua Tagovailoa, 88.9%. That's my guy right now. Tua. Okay, so last year, Tua Tagovailoa had a head cranial concussion grade of 3, and he had a concussion grade 1. So the two different concussions, which was not good to look at. Hand finger fracture in 2021, chest rib fracture in 2021, hand thumb sprain in 2020, pedal ankle high sprain grade 3 2 times. That was in 2019. Then he had it again in 2018, leg quad strain in 2018, knee patella sprain in 2018, hand finger fracture in 2018, and inguinal hip strain in 2019. Projected to miss 2.4 games. I hope he doesn't get hurt. I don't know. I hope no one gets hurt. This is just crazy. That's all I really wanted to look at in depth. We can look at the rest though. Jalen Hurts, 66.1. Patrick Mahomes at a very low risk, 19.7%. Lamar Jackson at a 57% high risk. Joe Burrow, 58%, 58.7%. Justin Herbert, 69.3%. Justin Fields, 88.3%. That's pretty high. That's second to Tua. Deshaun Watson, 6.8%. Trevor Lawrence, 19%. Dak Prescott, 49.8%. Geno Smith, 19.2%. Look at this. Look how low this is. Kirk Cousins, one career injury. Very low percent, 6.8%. That's nuts. Russell Wilson, 59.6%. Daniel Jones, 69.6%. Jimmy Garoppolo, 72.4%. All right, last but not least, the tight ends. Let's check them out. Travis Kelce, a low 22.3%. Mark Andrews, 44.7%. TJ Hawkinson, 53.4%. Kyle Pitts, 63%. Jaron Waller, 82.6%. Hate to see that. Dallas Goedert, 67.8%. George Kittle, 88.4%. Pat Freiermuth, 90.5%. That's horrible. And he's only had 5 injuries. Who was I thinking of for doing this? I know who it was. Zach Ertz, only 62.6%, especially after tearing his ACL last year. So, Taysom Hill, 94%. That's interesting. Anyone like with a not other than Travis Kelce? Tyler Conklin, 31%. Pardon me. Dawson Knox, 57%. Just looking for low risk. Let's see. Very low risk, medium risk. No. These guys aren't worth drafting though. Colton Matt, Dalton Schultz, 33.5%. That's not bad. Evan Ingram, 32.6%. Just got the money. But man, Pat Freiermuth with 90.5%. That's unbelievable. All right. That's going to do that for the football injuries. Now I'm going to go right into the top 10 list of the top 10 NFC running backs. Coming in at number 10, I have David Montgomery. I think he's done very well with the Bears. He has shown his flashes, and I think he'll excel with the Lions. Simple as that. That's why I'm at number 10. Number 9, James Conner. He's definitely regressed, I would say, especially since he left the Steelers. But I still think he's a solid running back. I have him at number 9. Number 8, Ken Walker. I know he had a rookie year last year, but I think it was a very solid rookie year, and I think he may have gotten hurt too. But I don't remember. I think he did. But he showed up, and I think he shocked a good amount of us. So Ken Walker, number 8. Number 7, I have Alexander Mattison, simply because Dalvin Cook is no longer a Viking. I think Alexander Mattison has shown time and time again that he is a serious, solid running back in the league. So that's why I have him at number 7. Number 6, I have Miles Sanders. I think he balled out last season. Everyone was sleeping on him. And now he's on the Panthers. I think he'll do good there. He's now with Deuce Staley, I think, and Frank Reich, so I think they'll use him right. Number 5, I have Aaron Jones for the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Jones is a beast. He's just consistent, and I think that he's one of the best in the league. He is getting older now, so that's why I have him at 5, but he's still a great running back, especially in the NFC. Number 4, I have Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard balled out last season, and I think that he's going to progress. Now that Zeke is gone, he can take the reins and go crazy. Number 3, I have Alvin Kamara. He's had a hell of a career, and he's versatile and he can catch the ball. That's why I have a number 3. He's just been spectacular throughout his career. So there you go. Number 2, I have Saquon Barkley. Saquon, injuries aside, he has just been a beast. I remember the memes where people were just saying, screen to Saquon, screen to Saquon. That was the only plays the Giants had. But when they run the ball with Saquon Barkley, you know that there's always a chance for him to break out, and he does it time and time. Number 1, I think, is obvious. It's Christian McCaffrey. Yes, he's also had injuries before, but now that he's on the 49ers, I think it's like the most perfect spot for him in that backfield. So, yeah, that's why I have Christian McCaffrey in 1. He's just one of the best. He can run the ball, catch the ball. One of the best in the league. All right, that's going to wrap it up. I'm going to give you guys the quote of the day and end it here. Today's quote of the day is, "The traveler sees what he sees. The tourist sees what he has come to see." Gilbert K. Chesterton. That's going to do it for me here. Thank you all for watching. Please like, subscribe, follow, give us a review. Follow the podcast on Twitter at Bryk Breakdown, at BRYK Breakdown. You can follow my personal Twitter account at BryckMatt, at BRYK Matt. We're on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Hit us up there. Thank you guys for watching, and have a great day.